Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dan the Glass Man here. You're watching the Glass Man's World. And I just wanted to talk about this whole entire situation with Bam Margera, the jackass star from Viva La Bam. Many of us, my age, I'm pushing 50 now, in my 40s. We grew up watching these things, in the 80s. I was a skater. In the 90s, still skated. Continued on watching all kinds of different videos on, the extreme sports and how they just kept pushing themselves and pushing themselves. And these individuals like Bam Margera, they were building ramps in their homes, like literally in their homes, skating on the walls and just creating these these dreams that we only dreamt of, when we were kids. Like, imagine if we could build skate ramps all over in our home and then we could just skate all day. It's like, he made these things happen. And now it seems like Bam is in trouble, guys. So it looks like he's been in trouble for quite some time. Many of us know that he wasn't in the last final Jackass movie that they had come out. Johnny Knoxville apparently said no. You can't do it. You need to stay in rehab. And apparently Bam's been in rehab for the whole lockdown time, since all of COVID and everything. He's having to deal with all the BS on top of all the restrictions and everything that we all had implemented onto us. And so let's see a couple of these things. 2 days ago. So people, they're searching for him. Pennsylvania police are searching for Bam Margera. Bam Margera assaulted, threatened family in Pennsylvania home. Wanted for alleged altercation in Chester County. Johnny Knoxville reacts to Bam Margera being issued an arrest warrant. So now there's an arrest warrant out for Bam Margera. On the run with a girlfriend and child. Possibly he's on meth, his brother claims. And his brother, I think, is who's his brother? Someone Vito. So there's a video here that I wanted to reveal or to show, and I don't see it showing up on here, which is interesting. So you got all of these. Steve-O reacts, Bam missing, family goes on a PR blitz, promotes new music. So there's all these different things, but there's one individual. There it is, right there. So this individual I've never seen before, right here. So this girl, BJ Investigates. I've never seen her channel before until yesterday. And I don't know why, but my algorithm just somehow pulled this video up. As you can see, I've only reached to 40 some minutes or however long. As you can see there, it was, hovering there and showing where the red line is. So I watched pretty much most of it. 37 minutes of 47 minutes. This is the Bam Margera interview, That Surprise Podcast, Episode 1 on BJ Investigates. So this is the first episode of That Surprise Podcast, where, and she says in the beginning that this may be the only That Surprise Podcast. This is episode 1, maybe the only episode. She's sitting there with Bam Margera, and as you can see behind them, here, I'll even bring this video up here. But as you can see behind them, there's this box, which I guess is full of information that she has uncovered and revealed of all his case and everything that's been going on. And all the different signatures on the paper and all the different things. And so in this interview here, it's really interesting because Bam finally has the opportunity to speak on his behalf, instead of just hearing headline after headline after headline of, oh, he's doing this and oh, he's doing that and all these different things. You actually get to hear what he has to say on everything that he's been through. So this individual, Bam, you know, he claims that he never drank, he never smoked cigarettes, he never really did any sort of drugs or anything when he was first coming into the whole Jackass group and meeting Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O and everyone. And Steve-O, he's actually from here, from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He used to hang out at a bar called Sonny's Bar and Grill over off of Central on Route 66. Just right there off of like Sierra, Graceland. And I used to live right there on Montclair and near Silver. And that's the infamous street where he does a handstand on top of a rolling car on a vehicle that's driving down Silver. And that's right there behind Sonny's Bar and Grill here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That place no longer exists. That was the first bar I ever went to when I turned 21 back in 1997. And so I heard about all the different stories of Steve-O being there and stuff like that, and his tattoo that he got from the wall that's right there behind the stage inside of Sonny's, or which used to be Sonny's. So this individual, BJ Investigates, she's got Bam on here somehow, got him on. He came on and found out she's got that whole box of information right there in the background, as you can see right there. And he, before this interview, he says that he had to actually take 4 hours to go through this pile of information, paperwork and stuff, so he could actually see what she had, what, like, how he can put two and two together of all these different things. And so it turns out, you know, like this individual, he claims that during the filming of Jackass and many different videos, that Johnny Knoxville was continuously offering him Adderalls and different things, you know, and also drinking alcohol and stuff like that. You know, he finally succumbed into the whole group, you know, joining in, having fun with everyone. He finally gave in to drinking, gave in to smoking cigarettes. He finally gave in to taking Adderall with Johnny Knoxville. And then eventually he's like, I'll take another one. I'll take another one. I'll take another one. So if you can understand, this individual, he was clean. And then all of a sudden he starts hanging out with all these partiers, all these individuals who they already got tolerances that are through the roof, right? They can pop this and pop that and drink this and do all that. And Bam's now trying to just, you know, hang in there, trying to just keep up with them, right? Because he doesn't want to, like, look the fool, whatever, because you know how they are. They make fun of him. They'll do all kinds of stuff, you know. They'll put him in an alligator, nest, or, you know, they do some dumbass stuff, right? This is Jackass individuals they're talking about, right? So now he's got problems, right? He's got issues. They throw an intervention on him. His best friend, Ryan Dunn, passed away, right? Of course, that's going to destroy him, right? He's going to definitely go into more drinking, more pill popping, doing all kinds of stuff to just escape that pain of losing his best friend. You know, when Ryan Dunn passed, that hit so many of us individuals who followed these guys and fans of just the whole entire excursion of what they've been doing, you know? And I couldn't even imagine how this affected Bam, right? And then now you got your best friends and your family coming in and like trying to throw interventions on you, and you're like, whoa, 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 wait, yo, guys, we partied together. You guys are the ones who got me on all this, and now you're telling me I need to stop, as you guys are still over there partying and popping and drinking and doing all this stuff. It don't feel right. But they got him to sign this agreement that he was going to do this and do that, and eventually, or apparently part of his agreement was him going into this facility, and then they give him all these prescriptions. He's like on 18 different prescriptions, guys. He's got to take all these different pills every day. I think it's 18. It could be 8. This video talks about all that, so I highly recommend watching the Bam Margera interview, That Surprise Podcast, episode 1. Really listen to what Bam has to say, instead of just listening to all these different headlines and everyone else, all this hearsay. Get it from him right here. She's got the interview, guys. It's exclusive. And so when you listen to this guy, it's like, damn, like, yeah, I could feel that, you know, like he's already down and out, lost his best friend. Now he's got his friends coming on him, telling him he's got to quit when they're over there still partying still. And it's like, well, we don't have any issues because we've built our tolerance up. It's like, dude, like how unfair is that, right? So you got your friends telling you got to quit, getting you to sign this paperwork, so now you're in rehab for however long, right? So then he's stuck in rehab and he's got to like follow these rules and this and that, and so he's on prescriptions, right? And apparently he left out of state because he wanted to go check out something, some convention or a show or whatever it was. You know, he was stuck and he needed to get out. So he went out of state. He got caught for leaving out of state. He wasn't supposed to leave out of state. That's part of his, you know, conditions of rehab and whatever else he's been in trouble with, you know, whatever arrests or whatever different things he's got going on with him. All these other assault charges or whatever he's got. So he got in trouble for being out of state, but not only being out of state on a substance. It's like, wait, but those are the prescriptions that he was supposed to be taking while he was. So, you know, it's like, dang, man, all these little things. If you've ever been caught up in the legal system, it is so hard to try to, like, you're just walking on eggshells to make sure that you don't, oops, I accidentally, like, jaywalked. I forgot I was supposed to use the crosswalk. Like little things like that. You get in trouble for, oh, dang, I dropped a piece of paper out of my pocket, and now they caught me for littering, and now I got to do a whole year or whatever it is. Like, they re-sentence you to the whole thing all over again, you know? So he talks about how he had, like, some certain amount of days, like, let's just say 100 days, and he made it to 98 days, right? And then some issue happened, and bam, they reissue him the whole 100 more days or whatever it is. It's like, damn, man, can't you cut this guy a break? He's already having a hard time in life with losing his best friend, having his friends turn their backs on him, backstabbing him left and right. You know, he's talking about in this interview how he's been stabbing his back so many times he can't even sleep on his back at night. And so, you know, it's just, he's just talking this stuff, you know, like the things that he was saying. He was going to go over to so-and-so's place and, you know, cause some damage or destruction when all he's saying is, dude, I just want to whoop your butt, you know, I just want to whoop your ass because you done this and done that. Now, the other thing he found out in this paperwork is that every time that they pull an intervention on him, they're getting paid. They're getting paid, guys. So you guys really, really need to check out this interview here and see what he has to say and all the different things and all the different fights. And this last altercation apparently was him and his brother. But no one's saying that. He's pissed off at his brother for turning on him. He told him, I'm going to come and whoop your ass. And he even told Johnny Knoxville, he said, I double dog dare you. Because Johnny Knoxville never turns down a double dog dare, right? That's their mentality. These are jackass individuals, right? So he's been double dog dared to step in the ring with Bam. No gloves. Put your dukes up. Let's go. He's scared. He punked out. He punked out. He got punked by Bam right there. Bam. I thought this was jackass, not punked. So, watch this interview. It's 47 minutes. I'm not going to play it. I like to be the one who gets to hear all sides of all things and really listen to what's going on. And if you hear what's going on in Bam, this individual is hurting. He's lost his friends and his family support. He's like on his own. He doesn't know who to turn to. He doesn't know who's got his back these days, who he can trust. Because everyone, he thinks he can trust them, and all of a sudden, bam, they call the cops on him, or they pull an intervention on him, or like, you know, just all this stuff. It's not fair, and I think it's wrong. You guys watch this video, listen to what Bam has to say. He may be drinking, yeah. He may be on some kind of substances. He could be still on all those pills and everything, and he's mixing alcohol with it, because I believe he's got a cup here. We don't know what it is. I can't smell it. I can't smell his breath. I don't know if it's alcohol or not. She doesn't say 100% whether it is or not, but she feels it probably is. And so yeah, he's got a little bit of a slurred speech. You can tell that he's speaking like this, or he's talking, or he's, you know, like his mouth can't really move as good. You know, I've got missing teeth, so sometimes my speech isn't very well, but it's like he's got a slurred speech because he's been drugged up for so long. He's on all these prescription pills and everything from this rehab, and it, like, I'm totally against all that. Go natural, right? You got to do it the natural way. You don't want to you don't want to exchange one negative for another negative, right? And so now they got him all hooked on all these prescriptions, and now he's going to have to go to rehab to kick these. It's like, wait, what? He went to rehab, so they put him on all these pills. Now he's going to have to go to rehab to get off all these pills. Don't make no sense in this world, guys. That's the world we're living in. And he's all caught up, and they got I guess connections to his money, so he's having to pay all this out. You know, he's saying that he's paying like however much it is per day, like $13,000 or $1,300 per day or whatever it is, and he's spent like, I don't know, $500,000 on his rehab alone. Plus he's got to pay out all these individuals when they do the interventions. Like, I think it's getting paid out from his account, from his bank account. So he's losing all this money while he's in lockdown, in rehab. And then for the last 2 years, we're all in lockdown, right? So they were getting ready to film the last installment of Jackass, the movie, right? And they're like, uh-oh, we got to wait 2 weeks, guys, before we can start filming. All right. Uh-oh, we got to wait 2 more weeks, guys, before we can start filming. Oh, yeah, we're trying to, you know, get that curve, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, two more weeks. What? 2 more weeks? What? Now we're like 2 more years. Like 2 years later, they finally film, right? Pushed it back. He's still stuck in rehab and all this stuff. And then all these issues happen because of all that stuff. And then they turn around and say, oh, well, he isn't cleaning up or this and that. And so they didn't want him in the film. After they told him that he was going to be in it, and all these things occurred, and then it kept getting pushed back, and he had to get stuck in this facility for this long. It's like, what? This is not cool. And finally, they just cut him out entirely. This dude is pissed at his boys, yo. And yeah, you're going to see some dukes. You're going to see some fucking hooks get thrown, definitely. You're going to see this individual go and brawl with his homies, his old buddies, his friends, and you know, and he's pissed off because his mom and his dad's turning on him. I don't know if it's really his dad, but I hear his mom, you know, with the reports on the police and stuff. I didn't hear much about his dad doing anything. So, you know, it'll be good to see what's in all these files, if these files are ever revealed. And I guess we're going to find out whether or not Bam gets picked up, if he just leaves the country and takes off and just goes AWOL or whatever, goes missing, or just, you know, just takes off, becomes a refugee in a different place. But I highly recommend you watching this. This is the first time I've ever seen this individual, BJ Investigates. I don't know anything about her or what she does in any other videos. I have no clue. So I'm pushing and promoting her without knowing if I even truly support her. But this video right here, I honestly can say that y'all need to just watch so you can hear what Bam has to say. And all this stuff that's in the files there and what they talk about. Alright, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. Much love and blessings. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Dan, the Glass Man. You're watching the Glass Man's World. Please be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys soon.